Hi guys,
welcome back to the channel. And as you guys know, we went to Albania, and in this video we're going to be talking about like things you need to do before you go to Albania and our impression of Albania, and basically like the things that will make your stay in Albania better if you want to go to Albania. So if this is the content that you want to see, stay tuned. So guys, like I said, we're going to be talking about things that you need to do before you go to Albania, right? And I'll hand over to...
What are you handing over to me? Yeah, but I think the first thing is when we landed, we had to change our currency
to lek.
To lek.
Lak.
Is it pronounced lek?
I don't know. Lak. Because Indian rupee they call it lak. So let's say lek.
Lake. I think it's lake.
I don't know.
Leke.
Right.
That's the spelling. So we changed our currency, and then I didn't think there was any need for that because we could use our card in the ATMs in the city. So
yeah, so at the end of the day we discovered that, you know, so we went with cash, and then we got to the airport, we changed the money, right? And they gave us our money. But when we now got to our hotel, we needed some more cash, and then we used our card. Just to give you a bit more context, we used Revolut card. So I don't know if all cards will work abroad.
Yeah, we used Revolut.
So we used
we tried our credit card first, and that didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Revolut. So
we used Revolut card, and we're able to withdraw from the ATM. And what we discovered was that the rate that the bank even had was better than what they gave us in the airport. And we're like, why did we even withdraw?
It was ridiculous, actually.
Yeah.
Like
the difference was like 10 lakh to per pound.
Is it 10 or 1?
No, it was 10.
10, yeah.
Yeah, 10 lakh per pound, yeah. Right? So bank was doing like 131, and they did it for us for like 121. Yeah. So it was like 10 lakh. So, you know, we lost out on, and we changed about like, we had about
250 or thereabout.
Yeah, so it was like 30 something lakh. So we lost about like, if you calculate like 3,000 lakh, if you put it into context like that. So, you know, if you have all these like online apps, online payments, whatever, like Revolut, we can only speak for Revolut because Revolut worked for us, and the rate was good. So if you are wondering like, can you use your card abroad, and they'll charge you, but the charge wasn't even ridiculous, so it was good, right? So that's number one thing if you're going to plan better, right? So what's the next thing that...
well, when we finished at the airport, so we're supposed to get a taxi like already booked for us, but that didn't work out. So we had to look for an airport taxi, which is ridiculous. It was very pricey, and I think the best thing to do when coming in is to book your taxi to and fro to airport, and I think that will make it easy. So
for more context, right, we booked our hotel through Booking, and for some reasons we thought that the taxi for the hotel was free, because I want to believe that that email that we received said that we're going to get picked up by at the airport. So this airport taxi, you know, I think is everywhere in the world, because even in Nigeria, airport taxis were more expensive.
In London, airport taxis ridiculous.
Those black taxis that use this meter, you don't want to go near them.
Yeah.
So I think it's everywhere. So they had like a fixed price. Wherever you're going, they already had a fixed price. So you can't even bargain it, right? And that was the most expensive taxi that we paid throughout our stay in Albania. So it kind of like annoyed me, but what can you do? You can't do anything, right? And it's not like they bad us, because they had like
they bad us.
because they had like their price list, so you can see with your eye. But you know, to plan better, go ahead and try to book your try to book your cab. Beforehand. It's cheaper that way.
I actually saw a place to book the taxi on booking.ng. This is not a sponsored post.
Exactly.
Some sponsored video or whatever. Yeah, but it was around 10 euros on Booking.
And we ended up paying 20 euros.
Yeah.
So that's like double, you know. So to avoid all of this extra costs, you can just, you know, book ahead, right? Now, another thing that I know that they bad us for, I'm sorry, if you don't understand what bad is, like, they must have swindled us.
Like, the price was inflated.
Exactly. So, you know all these Europe chargers? I don't know why we did not think of this, but when we were going, we went with our normal charger. But if you go to Europe, you will know that they have a particular kind of
charger,
So we got there and we couldn't charge. We needed to buy charger.
Adapter, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, converter, you know. And we went to this shop and they charged just ridiculous amount. And we both knew that maybe not, but I just feel that way. Or what do you think?
How much did you buy? I think
it was 1,000
and the charger is bad. Your phone won't get full in 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's a bad charger. But what can you do? We just have to
buy it because we needed to charge our phone, right? Yeah. So, you know, if you're going to Albania, please, there's a particular Europe adapter that everybody uses in Europe. So please, save yourself the headache.
I think the best thing to do when shopping around the city of Albania is go to the malls, like, you know, the what's it called now?
Like you know, like when you go to like Tesco,
Sainsbury's,
that kind of thing.
Go to the store. You know they can't cheat you there
because
it will be scanned and you pay. So we went to a couple of places to get groceries and
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, and we actually knew the price before we paid. So it's not like you enter a random shop and they tell you, okay, this thing is 2,000.
Because there was no price there. We just asked how much is this, and they said 1,000 lek.
And it's so difficult to negotiate because they don't speak English. Very few of them understand English.
Yeah.
I don't know where we were, and the lady couldn't speak. Okay, we were buying drink, and you know she had to type the currency on her phone, like, okay, this is how much you are paying. How would you negotiate in that kind of situation? Because she can't even understand what you're saying. So
even when we wanted to take cab, so that's another point. You know, some of them speak English, but not all of them, right? I would say like not majority of them speak English. So when we were trying to take cabs in the city, they were literally showing us the currency to let us know how much. You would think that everybody would understand 2,000. 3,000.
Yeah, they don't.
It's not the case, right? So they have to like show us. And when you're trying to negotiate, I remember so we got a cab and wanted to pay like 700 for the cab, right? 700 lek. We didn't have 200 lek, so it was hard for us to explain that this is what
it brought out 1,000, and because we've seen reviews on the internet that this place costs 700.
Yeah,
we were trying to negotiate that. Okay, we are going to pay 700, and we didn't have 200. We have 500, and
so there was no way to pay. We just have to take that cab like that and left, right? So that's another thing that you should take into consideration. But you know, quite like I don't know, a number of them, they can't understand. Like when we used to go and buy food, there was a guy there that understood English very well, and he was the only one.
He was the only one.
Every other person didn't understand, so it was one that's always
that guy must be hot cake in that.
I'm telling
that
you,
stuff,
like he was the one that was attending to us at all the time that we went. So yeah. Now, I think those are the things that you need to put into place. If you're going with Wizz Air, I would advise you, please check in online 48 hours before your travel time. And that's all I'm going to say about that, right? Because we went with Wizz Air, so I advise you, check in online to avoid any airport delay or any extra payments. Yeah. Please, dear. You know, so now we're going to shift to our impression of, you know, Tirana, to be specific. The first thing first, the weather was amazing. Like it's winter, but it's not like winter.
I was thinking is it Eastern Europe?
Yeah.
I was thinking those places would be colder than London, and we got there and I couldn't even put on my jacket.
Yeah, like you know, you could, and everybody was wondering like, where are these ones from?
Yeah.
Because trust me, the weather was amazing, and they told us that it gets up to like 45 degrees hot Celsius during summer. So I can imagine, because this winter wasn't that cold, so the weather, it was a good getaway from the London cold, and it was really cold that week, so it was a good getaway for us. And then the food, I would say that what we really had was like Greece food.
Yeah,
I don't think
chicken wraps.
I don't think we tried any Albanian
lamb
food.
donuts and all that. Yeah, so it's basically wraps and anything grilled chicken.
But one thing is sure, food and bar and Albania, they're like this.
No, I mean bar. I was surprised to see so many people in a bar
on a Monday afternoon.
It's even morning, 11 o'clock. The bar was filled up.
My God, even on Tuesday, I'm like,
I was, these
people don't work. What's going on? Like, I'm telling you, and they said that like there's this Albanian alcohol called rakia.
Rakia,
Yeah, and like You would see it in small cups. Everybody was having it with coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna try that, bro.
It's insane, and they said it's very, very strong.
Yeah.
But yes, bars food. If you're wondering what would you eat, there's KFC, there's Burger King, right? Yeah. So those are the conventional ones. But the other ones, like regular things, and they were every corner that you turn to, there's a bar. Yeah. You go here like this, there's another bar. Like I'm like, guy, what's going on? And the way they drive. Do you want to talk about the way they drive?
I mean, I've seen worse in Nigeria, so
it's seriously giving Nigerian vibe.
They don't follow traffic rules as well.
My God.
In fact, I'm not sure there's any speed limit or something like that there.
We were even on
zebra crossing,
and somebody was
we almost got it.
I'm like, please, yeah, please. I only came to your country to see. Don't please. So yeah, but I think these are all of the things that make the place unique, and their people are very warm. So I think there's this notion about, oh, it's not safe and all of that. I think that people still living in the olden days, we understand that there was communism and all of those things. They were boxed and but now tourism.
They are actually encouraging tourism. They are building so many things for
skyscrapers.
Yeah, for tourists.
Yeah, and to put it into perspective, they said that last year they welcomed 7 million tourists. To bust your brain, the whole population of Albania is 3 million.
Yeah.
So you can imagine they had double that visiting Albania. So it's fast becoming,
like a tourist place.
A tourist place.
I mean, it's a very affordable place to visit. You don't need to book your bank to spend days in Albania. I mean, everyone would like to visit.
Yeah, absolutely. And people are very warm. There are not a lot of black people there.
I mean, throughout our 4 days in Albania, I think we only saw about three blacks.
Yes.
And when you walk past them, they literally come towards you to greet you. Is that our first day there?
Yeah.
We saw a guy, and the guy had so much excitement.
He was so excited.
He came and he was like, "Wow, do you guys live here?" We
said, "No,
we came for vacation." Instantly, he started telling us, "I live here. This is what I do.
I'm Italian.
I'm an Italian.
But I'm a pro footballer. I just moved to
I play
Tirana.
for KF Tirana." He was so happy to see a black person, and
to be honest, every single black person that we saw said hi to us.
They greeted us like, "Okay, this is not the usual."
Every single black person we saw greeted us. I'm like, okay. And when you walk, people are looking at you. It's not because they are racist or anything. I mean, we didn't experience any racism.
Yeah, but
they're not stunned.
They're not the kind of people they see on the regular.
They're just stunned. So they just look at who are these? What are they doing in this? Especially the old ones.
And we are. In fact, I know that place is filled with tourists because a lot
of people were carrying
cameras and tripod stands and
taking
everything.
Pictures.
So because we are doing the same thing, taking pictures, they know, okay, this one is not for
tourists. Of course, we are black. We don't live there.
Yeah, of course.
So yes, and if you go there and you feel like people are looking at you, it's just because they are stunned. Even when we took another thing that you want to do if you're in Albania is take that free walking tour. So the walking tour that we did, we already posted the video. It was free. We did not pay a dime, and it will take you around the city, share with you the history, which is very rich, and tell you what to do in Albania. And that's what we did on our second day. After we arrived, right? Yeah. So I would advise, if you're going there, it just tells you a lot of things. Like, now I know so much about Albania. You think that I've read a book about Albania, but that guy was so amazing in sharing their history about how 1991, when they started to see banana, because banana don't grow in Albania, but because they were so boxed from the Western world, so rich a story and history that they have, and take that walking tour.
The ancient bunkers, everything is still there in Albania.
It's so amazing. I think it was I think everybody should. Generally, I think you should visit because it's cheap, right? And it's something that you can quickly go. So our flight was 2 hours 40 minutes from London.
I think another thing is, you see stray dogs, almost everywhere on the street. Well, I see that in Nigeria. That's not a normal thing. But it's not the breed of dogs in Nigeria.
Right.
These are fat, big dogs lying around on the street. And you be like, okay,
what's going on? So those are the things, right? And people are very warm. They say, oh, is it your first time in Albania?
Yeah.
Where are you guys from? Even the ones I don't understand, but they will try to, they're very warm. Even when we were going home, remember, the taxi driver wanted to buy us coffee.
Yeah, right.
That was how nice this guy was, because we told him it's our first time. So he wanted to leave us with a good impression, I believe.
Yeah.
And he offered to buy us coffee. We're like, no, thank you. It's okay, my friend. You know.
My friend, yeah.
Yeah, it was so, even they cannot really speak English.
They can't speak English. I mean, when I was trying to board the taxi, I told him airport, and they pronounce it aeroport. So I keep saying airport until I think he just clicked like, okay, aeroport. I said, okay, aeroport. So when we got to the airport, we saw a place where they wrote aeroport.
And we could relate to why he was calling it aeroport.
Yeah.
So all in all, for me, I'll speak for myself. You can speak for yourself. I think it was a good, good experience. And like I said, it wasn't really expensive. The two of us, it didn't cost us up to £500, to be honest. So that's something like.
I think the only negative experience I would want to talk about is the flight, the Wizz Air. But I don't want to talk about it. Let me just let it go.
Sent them a very stinker email. And if they don't reply me, I will drag them on Twitter. I'm not even joking. But yeah, let's leave that. Aside from that, the whole experience of Tirana, Albania, their people, it was warm and I felt safe. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah.
I felt very safe in Tirana. So, you know, if you're worried that, oh, is this safe and all of those things, take it from me. I think you should visit Albania.
And the whole city is not so big. You can literally walk around the whole of Tirana.
Yeah, because I know that I saw it online. They said that, you know, walk because there's traffic. Yes, we saw a bit of traffic. We didn't really see big traffic.
But the traffic is not as bad as people portrayed. Yeah.
But Lagos traffic is up there.
It could do. What are you saying?
Lagos traffic is up there. But yes, guys, it was a good experience. I recommend. I think you should, you know, visit there, quick weekend, and just come back. Yeah. You know, that's what I think. What do you think?
I'm gonna visit there sometime again.
Right?
Sometime in
you
future.
See, that's
it's
good
not
experience.
It's not a bad experience.
And the hotel that we stayed in as well, they were very nice. Warming. The food, you know, breakfast and all of that. So that's our
Apart from the fact that we didn't know we pay for room service.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Why
was
are you picking up the battles?
No. That was it because
we have to pay 300 lakh
for every room service.
Yeah. So, you know, it was a good experience all in all. I think it was, for me, it's like a 8/10, except from all these, you know, tiny bits. But that's not about Tirana itself. Yeah. That's about the journey, you know, and all of those things. But like the city itself, good for me.
I mean, the cable car was an experience.
Oh my God. If you have not seen that video, it's somewhere in this channel. So, you know,
look for it
and watch the video.
We're not going to show you.
Yeah, so this rounds up all our experience about Albania. And then, you know, we hope that we do more travels this year and bring you guys along. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed our Albania series. And, you know, subscribe to our channel, please, dear. It's begged that we're begging.
I mean,
so
share our video.
And watch our videos, please.
Do anything to the video, you know.
We appreciate
you guys.
Don't
dislike, don't do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys and we are very grateful. And we'll see you guys in our next video.
Peace.
Bye, guys.